Okay. Filming. Look, I have two hands. If you see the Instagram post that I'm going to make here, you'll see I'm like a regular Michael Bay. All right. 223 expander. It says 223 Remington right there, but I mean, this will expand for projectiles like so. 224 diameter projectiles. Man, I'm living up to that YouTube concept where the first 15% is just them blabbing on. All right, hey, let's get to it. I'm going to size 224 Valkyrie. Why am I sizing 224 Valkyrie today? Very simple. All my 223 Remington is at home where I do precision hand loads. So this is Starline brass, so you know you want to keep it nice and pretty. And as you can see, hey, look at that. We're going to have a 224 Valkyrie plate soon. So that's good to go. Now, there's the expander. And I just want to show you kind of what we're going for here. This is the profile on the carbide. If you can see it here, you can see there's a straight neck here. And then there's this a wee little portion there where it goes into an expanded area where you can flare the neck out. I like to call it expanding. You're cupping it. We don't want to flare here. We don't want just straight up 45s or 30-degree guys where your bullet just kind of sits and hopes and prayers and that it's going to stay on there. We want to make sure that we're not going to brandon your cartridges up. So, all right, so we got our case in there. Tool head's empty. Let's bring this guy down. What we're going to go for first is just the straight neck tension. You can see here, auto center. Pop that sucker right on there and just start screwing him down. We'll take our flange nut and screw him up. And you'll feel a little resistance. That is the case getting expanded first. So we'll get that down there. And then you'll feel a little bit more resistance. That's where the neck is starting to just open up slightly. Pop this guy open. Let's take a look here. We have our case here and the projectile. It just starts to go in after the radius. I think this is a 62 grain guy. So, I mean, not bad. Shaking around there. Pretty good. As you can see, here is an unexpanded one. He doesn't want to go in as nice. These are also direct from Starline. I have not done any full-length sizing or any neck work other than what I'm doing here. So let's go a little deeper here. Just a little bit at a time. This is how you set it up. If you want that little cup, it's just trial and error for the first one. And what we're going for is that projectile should just sit in there and stick to the point that you want it to. We can even go a little deeper if you feel the need to. And we can flare that out. Man, that's such a habit of saying flare because that's what we've been doing. You can start to see it a little bit on the neck there. My fancy camera can actually focus like that. I'm using an Osmo Pocket 3 right now. I like it, but I mean, it's not a high-end production camera. So, all right, so we got a nice drop in there. Got just a little bit of, you can see where it goes in. Just a little bit. Here, we'll go out here so I can zoom in maybe. Just kind of goes up a little bit here. Here's another projectile that we can put in there. So you can kind of see where it's going up to. Just slightly deeper. And we're not talking like a giant, huge flare when we actually go into the flared section, because you could go deeper and it gets flared, because you can see on the profile here, right here, it starts to flare. Maybe if I'm smart, I can actually mark that out on the videos here. But this is pretty good. You can bring your crimp in just to kind of bring that neck back in, and you should be dropping bullets really nice. And the idea is not dinging necks, when you are going super fast processing your brass. So as you can see, the profile on the expander, there's a nice lead in there, lead in angle, and that should be set up. So enjoy. I certainly have enjoyed using my expander as I've been using it during the design and setup phase, and just it works very well. And it's carbide, so it's designed for wear. I'm honestly, I don't know why anybody would say that tool steel in terms of wear resistance is better than carbide. It's kind of an asinine thing to say if you ask me. Anyway, till next time.